This is group 2, and this is our search program. Um, in our project, we used a few libraries, and first I'm going to go through how we set up our program. We used a couple of Java servlets, as you can see here. There is the download servlet, and this is the tag servlet, and then there's the upload servlet. And we also use SQLite to help us keep track of the data that the user enters. And we also use Maven to keep track of our dependencies. And as you can see here, we have quite a lot. So now I'm going to go through the most important libraries that we used in this project. We used jQuery and Ajax to generate any contents that is required, like on the fly. And we also used Apache Lucene to do any of the indexing and majority of it is being done in the index file over here. We use a Tomcat server along with the SQLite to host our server and store any content. And it's mostly used in the make database.java and upload servlet and database.java. We also used a library called PDFbox to convert any PDF file in order to access its content, since a PDF file is very different from a text file or an HTML file. We also used the library file upload to help us upload any files that the user would want to upload. And of course, again, we used Maven to help keep track of all the dependencies.
Okay, hello. Just to add, one more library that our group used was commons.io, and that's mainly for downloading and uploading files. Now on to my part. Let's begin with the user stories. So the first two user stories are signing in and registering as a student and as a professor. So let's show this with a demo. So to begin, let's create a student account. So let's press sign up and username, student, password, student, and we sign up as a student. So after we click sign up, the account has been created. So another feature that we have is password detection, obviously. So I will try logging in as a student and give an incorrect password, and you should get an error, which is wrong password in this case. And now let's repeat this, but let's try logging in as a professor. And this should also return an error because we have defined student to be rule student. So logging in, we get the same error, but in this case, it's a reference to the wrong rule. So now let's do a correct login, which is student password and student username. And logging in, you see that you've been welcomed to the search page. So now let's repeat this process with an instructor. So as I've already shown password detection, I will not repeat this, but let's create a professor now. So let's repeat this process, and this time we're going to sign up as a professor, and let's call this just let's just do password test, and signing up should work. And so let's try logging in professor as a student, and this should return a pass, or this should, yeah, that should be incorrect. So now let's try logging in as a professor. And so this works. And so I've now shown that these first two user stories work, as we are both able to log in as a student and as a professor, and there's a detection for each role, and you are prompted by an error if you do not log in as the correct role. And I've also shown that password detection works in both of these instances. We'll go over multiple user stories, and in general these user stories involve uploading, deleting, and searching files. And some of these files include PDFs and text files. So now let's begin by uploading multiple files. So let's go to the dashboard and let's select multiple files here. So I will choose a PDF and a TXT file. So I've selected two, and now let's hit upload. And as you see here, two have been uploaded. So now let's do a search, and let's query the database, and let's search for summary. So, and these are the results from the search, and as you can see, both a text file and a PDF file have been shown, which are the two files we've just uploaded. So now let's show downloading. So as you see here, we have the two results, and clicking on either one of them will prompt you to either show or download the file. So in this case, as you see, we've been prompted, and just open it up. And here it is. And it's stored locally. And now let's repeat the process with the PDF. Same thing, download. And as you can see here, it's been stored locally. So it's been saved. So now let's try tagging these files. So let's say you want to view these again in a favorites menu. So they've just been tagged right now. And now let's go back to the dashboard. And as you can see here, these favorited files have been listed here. And let's say you don't like these files anymore and you want to untag them, just simply hit them and then press untag. And now let's delete these files. So in a similar manner, just select these files and hit delete, and now they're gone. So let's say you want to update these files. So as you have seen, we've just deleted them. So to update, let's re-upload these files. And so let's repeat the process we just did, and let's re-upload these files. Once again, these are the same ones. So they've both been selected. Now let's hit upload. And as you see, they've both been uploaded. And just to show that they're back on the database, let's do a search. And they should show up. So doing a search shows these new updated files. Now let's try deleting these files. So let's go back to the dashboard, and as you can see here, we just check these off as we did before and hit delete. And now to see if these files have been truly deleted, let's perform a search for the same query. And let's hit search. And as you can see, there are no files here, so they have been successfully deleted.